They really started season off nuts. That's so many zeros. Generic intro to theduckgoesmoo. We're back with some more Death Battle reaction. Today we are starting, I believe it is Season 8 with Yoda versus King Mickey. I have never played Kingdom Hearts and I've never seen Star Wars. I used to watch a couple episodes of the Clone Wars back when they would come on Cartoon Network as a kid, but that is it. I don't really know much about Disney. I've never seen things like Aladdin or a lot of Disney movies. If you want to check my reaction to Hulk versus Broly though, I'll leave it right up there. Also link down below in the description. Also, we play this on my channel with all of my other Death Battle reactions. Go into chronological order. Thank you all so much for the support you've shown this series. Last episode is doing phenomenal. You all have loved it so much. I'll read every comment, leave some down below. I definitely appreciate each and every one of you that watch this video. Everybody hit subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss it. We're going to go into Season 8, which a lot of people think is their favorite season so far. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about Blake and Mikasa because I haven't seen Attack on Titan, and I've seen a Slap on Titan, so I don't know if there's going to be spoilers for that or not. I have watched Ruby. It's actually what started all this for me, so I'd love to see a Blake death battle. But I hope you're having a good day. Hopefully I can make it better. Shout out to the patrons. They get the videos a day early. Lap time. I have a paywall on the channel. I couldn't do this without them. Everybody that comments and everybody that subscribes and everything. Thank you so much. But let's go ahead and jump into Yoda versus King Mickey. Current record is 65 and 45. Harry's. I need to go to my barber. I'm trying to stretch that because I'm going to Dallas in May. So I'm gonna get a haircut right before that. I'm trying to stretch it out so like I don't have to get like 2 haircuts between now and then. But yeah, I have not seen Star Wars outside of like a couple episodes. I know nothing about Kingdom Hearts. Nothing. I don't know much about Disney at all.
But let's see which of these tiny titans can swing their way to victory in a one-on-one duel. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's
Are you sure about that? Also, this is Season 8, I believe?
To find out who would win a death battle.
Okay. 10 years. Oh, 10 years death battle. Really?
A long
Interesting.
Time ago,
that's a
in
lot of lights on the
far,
planet.
far away, a Jedi there was. Master he is. Yoda, his name.
You're not gonna keep doing that, are you?
Tell me what to do. You cannot.
Oh god, he looks like a puppet.
The mysterious Grand Master
That's Clone Wars.
Yoda devoted his life to the ways of the Force and to leading the Jedi Order, a group of noble peacekeepers.
I really enjoyed the few episodes of Clone Wars that I watched. It was just really cool.
Tranquility in the galaxy.
Don't be fooled by all that talk of peace, though. They're like superhuman samurai. Jedi consistently
Fake?
take on hordes of baddies by themselves, and they've been doing it for centuries, way before the start of the Galactic Republic.
At which point, the Jedi became much more entangled in, let's just
politics.
say, government affairs.
Oh,
Politics.
Sure. That's what the space wizards were missing. Politics.
The
Yeah,
Jedi Council
we love
began
that.
weighing in on various matters to both protect democracy and avoid violent conflicts.
What is that
Except
dude's
they kinda
head?
screwed the
His head is
porg
so
on that front.
long.
The Clone Wars wasn't just a fantastic series by George Lucas and Dave Filoni. It was also an awesome miniseries by Genndy Tartakovsky.
And it was a horrific war that wiped out the Jedi, erased the Republic, and saw the rise
Order
of the
66?
Sure,
I know
too.
Star Wars
Spoilers,
memes.
man.
Quaid.
As the Jedi Grand Master, Yoda led
900?
the Grand Army of the
Jesus.
Republic, a military force almost entirely
29
comprised of
pounds.
clones, aka disposable people.
Man, that
But-
gets really messed up if you think about it too long.
Yeah.
So I won't.
Despite his small, frail appearance, Yoda could absolutely
Peculiar
hold his
speech
own in
pattern he has.
combat. In fact, he's considered one of the most powerful Jedi of his era.
He's trained all the greats like
All time.
Obi-Wan,
Hey,
Mace
hello
Windu,
there.
and even Liam Neeson. Where do you think he got that particular set of skills from?
Taken.
All of Yoda's 900 years of experience certainly came in handy.
What is the life
like when he
expectancy
battled
of
Count
whatever
Dooku
he
and
is?
Darth Sidious, two of the most powerful Sith Lords ever known.
Both Jedi and Sith usually come with the standard issue lightsaber, a badass
Standard
weapon
issue.
for a more badass age. They're pretty versatile too, with 7 different forms of combat styles. And don't think Yoda's
I'm
gonna
surprised
miss out on all
they
that
haven't,
laser
like,
sword swinging.
gotten
He's
better,
mastered all
you know?
7 styles, even though he's only 2 feet high. Hell, most lightsabers
But
are
looks
taller
like
than
he's
he
8.
is.
Which
Oh,
is why
dual
he
wielding.
specializes in the 4th form, Ataru. This style focuses on utilizing
and
the Force
speed?
to increase
Oh,
a Jedi's
so he's
capabilities,
fast.
allowing them to attack
We've had
at
Star Wars
soaring
death battles in
speeds
the
with
past.
incredible precision.
Basically, he can flip-flop around like a ninja frog. Wait, is he actually Kermit?
This does still
Oh,
mean Yoda
Jesus.
has a sort of handicap in physical combat, as
Ah,
his stature requires
his
him to use
reach,
the
I
Force
guess.
far more than most opponents just to keep
That's why
up.
he's good
While
with
the
the
Force
Force.
is beyond the body and seemingly infinite, too much effort all at once can put a
Oh,
strain
is that
on
Baby
a person
Yoda? I
and
haven't seen The
even kill them.
Mandalorian.
However,
Actually,
Yoda
I know
is
nothing
truly
about it.
a master of the Force, potentially more so than any other Jedi. He has moved starships with his mind and lifted hundreds of droids at once.
He can also use mind tricks, illusions,
But is he
and
stronger
a
than,
technique
like,
called 2 to minus.
Luke
That's when
or
Jedi
Anakin?
block or catch and redirect energy, like lightning, blaster bolts, or even other lightsabers.
It's safe to say that Yoda
Wait,
greatly
what?
prefers using the Force
They
in
can
combat
catch
over his
lightsabers?
Jedi weapon.
Wiz, if I ever get one of those laser swords and toss it away, you totally have permission to kill me.
Interesting.
Aren't
Dummy?
lightsabers like
Just let me see your hand.
My
a star?
Ow.
Okay, now place your finger there.
No? Jeez,
no?
Marshall would never make me do something like this.
Who's Marshall?
Well,
Huh?
who's
Oh,
Marshall?
the DBX Ringmaster guy. That's his
Oh.
real name. We were roommates in college. He's helping me track down my
well,
dad because
that-
he's my best bud.
and
Oh.
signed?
Best bud, huh?
Oh,
What the hell was that?
you sign your soul.
I won't be the only one.
Wait, what
Uh-oh.
just happened?
Anyway,
Nothing.
the Force is capable of
I'll
much
probably will
more than
react
a
to DBX or
lightsaber.
Death
Kip
Racer,
Duron, a
something
Jedi
like
whose
Minute
potential
Melee,
has been
Smash
compared
Bracket.
to Yoda, utilized it to move a gravity well-generated void, basically a black hole created by a ship, to strike the right balance of pressure in order to move a singularity. Theoretically, you would need to exert an energy output equivalent to almost 14 petatons
1
of
meter?
TNT.
Jedi are also
move
super
1
fast.
meter?
They've blocked blaster bolts, of course, but they can also keep
They're
up with
so
droid
chill.
tri-fighters and Magna Guards, which both are
Magna
clearly
Guards?
stated to have near light speed reflexes. Holy crap, who's building these things?
Y'all know I like
Jedi
speed.
can use the Force to glimpse into the distant future through meditation. They can even
Spidey
allow
sense.
the Force to guide their movements and predict danger in
Like a
advance.
giant oblivion
Needless
stone.
to say, all of these incredible feats would be impossible without the Force.
But with
Oh, yeah.
powers like that and a dash of political meddling, it was only a matter of time before these peacekeepers became soldiers.
How
Even
did
generals.
Yoda die?
In a
Didn't he?
surprising move, Yoda actually chose to engage the rising separatist threat with an army of his own, personally kicking off the Clone Wars himself.
Too bad
Wait,
it
Yoda
was,
started the
as
wars?
Fishman says,
A trap?
A trap.
The war took a sour
It's a tarp.
turn, and the demise of the Jedi became all
Oh, no.
sure. By the time they put the
Kids.
pieces together, it was too late.
The best
Order
babysitter is
fell
Anakin
into
Skywalker.
darkness.
More like brutally murdered into darkness. And you know, it's kind of their fault in a way. They were so committed to talking about peace, but at the same time, they're like really, really good at killing people.
Why do
Yes.
peacekeepers need to be so specifically trained in murder? So
Because nobody would
uncivilized.
listen to
Just
him?
get over yourself. If you had a lightsaber, you'd want to use it as much as
That's
you
so
could
many
too.
lightsabers.
Though the Jedi Order under Yoda did seem somewhat hypocritical, he would come to realize his
Politics,
faults,
imagine that.
Like the Council's sanctimonious excuses for betraying students like Ahsoka when they were needed most.
They ripped out our sweet Padawan rat tail, you assholes! But yeah, he finally figured out wars not make one great. Especially if you're a tiny green muppet.
Haunted
Oh,
by his
yeah,
mistakes
war's
and
not
betrayed
good.
by the violence he helped bring upon the galaxy.
Who would have guessed?
Yoda went
War's
into
bad.
self-imposed exile. He even gave up his lightsaber. And finally, he would train one last apprentice, Luke Skywalker.
Yoda taught Luke
Oh,
everything
really?
he could before finally becoming one with the Force. Gaining
Oh, he died of old
immortality
age?
as a spooky blue spirit, just like Obi-Wan and Liam Neeson.
And Luke, he went on to reverse
Okay.
many of the mistakes of Jedi's past, ending the Empire, redeeming his
Those
father, bringing
effects.
balance to the Force, and inspiring a new, different generation. In the end, Yoda's greatest
I thought this
lesson
new
of all
generation
was that
lightsabers were finally
oftentimes
some
failure is our
technology
greatest teacher.
advancement.
Don't believe it. That is why you fail.
10 years. Okay.
Mickey
King
Mouse,
Mickey.
Disney's
I've been
OG
Disney World multiple
OC.
times,
You know him as a cute corporate
and
mascot that hangs
I
out
haven't
with other
seen
cute
many
animals
Disney
and
movies,
lives a
like
pretty
Aladdin
normal
or Little
domestic
Mermaid.
life. But did you know he's also an insanely powerful warrior mage that fights darkness to save the Disney universe alongside a young boy and his good old duck and dog
Yeah,
buddy.
that's the Sora. We had a Sora
No,
death
not
battle,
that
didn't
dog,
we?
the other
It
one.
was Sora, right?
Yes, welcome to the world of Kingdom
Why
Hearts.
is that
a
on top of
collection
my head?
worlds Where Kingdom Hearts is the heart of the worlds and the source of ultimate wisdom and power across all kingdoms and worlds.
What?
You know, my favorite thing about Kingdom Hearts is how straightforward it is.
My favorite part is how it's ruled by that 92-year-old mouse wizard.
Yep. Here he isn't just Mickey.
92?
He's King Mickey, the ruler of Disney
I guess that makes
Castle
sense,
and the
'cause
leader of
when
the
you think of
Guardians
Disney, you think
Light,
of Mickey
a
Mouse.
group of Keyblade
23
wielders who
pounds, wow.
combat darkness.
King Mickey and the other guardians,
Could
like
just
Sora,
curl
remember
both
him,
of 'em
protect
together
the
all
world
day.
using magic and powerful weapons known as Keyblades.
Those things are the
That's
real
train?
deal. They can perform a whole bunch of spells, deflect lasers, and even
Theodore.
unlock almost anything. Get it? Because
Unlock.
keys.
Oh, 'cause
Mickey
the
swung a
Keyblades.
lot of keys around, but his current and best
There's
is
a
his
piano
star
keys.
cluster.
The king underwent rigorous training as an apprentice to the great sorcerer Yen Sid. After some
Can that train please
incidents
shut up?
involving a few too many brooms, he eventually became a
Brooms?
sorcerer and Keyblade master himself.
Keyblades are basically like wands that can channel the user's magic for
So,
spells
Harry
like
Potter.
Whirl, Mind Shield, and Faith Volley, which are all based on light energy magic.
He can also heal
Light
himself
energy
and
magic.
others with Kiraga and
It's hard to go
healing
against
light.
magic.
And that's honestly still just the tip of the iceberg.
With the Stopsa spell, he can freeze time for the length of an entire battle. Damn!
Then
Oh,
there's Mickey's most
those are kind of
powerful and
OP.
most legendary spell, Ultima, which is basically a
Plus Ultra?
massive, devastating release of all of Mickey's light magic at once.
The only downside is these
Is
spells
he
do
runs out of
require
light
a lot
magic?
of magic energy to use, which is also limited to
Oh.
Mickey's own energy. Also, he does need the Keyblade
Oh.
to channel it. There's not much the mouse can do without his Keyblade, except for be a cute and cuddly mascot.
Well, even if he
Lightsaber
does
versus
lose it,
Keyblade?
Mickey can immediately summon the Keyblade back to his hand.
Whoa! Let me
What?
try.
Beer. It's gonna be beer.
Boomstick, if you really want another beer, just go get one.
Yeah. That
God,
worked.
it works.
No, it was just me.
Oh, okay.
Well, Keyblades can also be used to lock worlds and doors in order to keep out Heartless, which are corrupted
oh,
beings
yeah.
split from the darkness of a person's heart with a desire to consume.
I'm sorry, did he
Wait
stab
a
himself?
second, Wiz. Pluto is a dog, but so is Goofy. But Goofy gets to walk around and fight
Pluto's
with
a
Sora
planet.
and Donald, and Pluto just eats and sleeps like a normal dog. This must mean that Pluto is Goofy's Heartless.
Do you have a concussion?
Yeah, probably.
On top of all of his advanced magic, Mickey's mega tough. When Heartless stack up, they can form a huge mass and take the shape of a giant twister called a Demon Tower. And Mickey's tanked a couple beatings from him.
He's also survived this huge
okay.
explosion from when the Keyblade was destroyed.
Yeah, he means the X-Blade.
Wait.
It's just pronounced like
X-Blade.
Keyblade, even though it's just one Keyblade.
But it's
this
two
series is
Keyblades
so
together.
confusing.
Most Keyblades are
Wasn't there a
capable
lot of Kingdom Hearts
equally
game?
incredible feats. Sora could slice through several buildings with his Keyblade, and Mickey
Yeah,
rescued
which was
him on more than
insane.
one occasion. Which makes sense. He's the leader, after all, and can match any of them in power.
But Sora's no joke. He went up against Hercules,
Sora was
a
against
demigod
Cloud.
that launched a 1,600-ton rock titan into space. But that's
Into
nothing compared to
space?
his dad,
Team
Zeus.
Rocket.
That guy can move stars, and not even he can compete with the foes that Mickey's tangling with.
The Guardians of Light and their Keyblades are immensely strong,
Okay,
but they also
it seems
have
like
great
Kingdom Hearts
speed
is a
to
little
match.
cartoonish.
Roxas's heart
A
was able to
cartoon
move
kind
far
of
above the speed of light in
win
order
in
to
death
travel
battles.
across galaxies, from the Radiant Garden back to the Keyblade Graveyard in a matter of seconds.
What?
And like any great ruler, Mickey's also remained a constant pillar of hope for all, even during some of the darkest times.
And with the help
Okay.
of his friends, the king was able to bring the darkness to an end and stop Xehanort, a Keyblade master
Xehanort?
hell-bent
Man,
on
he
getting
sounds
the
like a
power
villain.
of Kingdom Hearts.
While Sora battled Xehanort, Mickey and the rest of the Guardians finally closed Kingdom Hearts for good, preventing the power from falling
Until the next
into
game,
the
I
wrong
guess.
hands.
That mouse had it all figured out. The real key to saving the world is your friends. If each one of them also has a super powerful magic sword, that's also a key.
Despite his long
Something like that.
journey, King Mickey never wavered and led the way with his optimism, perseverance, and most important of all, the light inside.
the light.
Let's close this door for good.
Oh God.
Don't
Actually,
worry.
Mickey's
There
voice.
will always be a door to the light.
Sure.
All
My
right,
current record is
Forgotten
65
Stars
and
set to run the
45.
data through all possibilities.
I don't
First, if you
know.
want some extra force in the sack, try out Blue Chew.
Oh
This
Jesus.
episode of Death Battle
Oh Jesus. That's. They must get a
It's
bag from
time
that.
for a death
Oh God. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Mickey. I think Mickey probably. I just think like the cartoon. I know Yoda's really fast and has way more experience.
Must be.
And to challenge me, you must
I
be
don't.
a master.
Yeah, something like that. Can we just change King Mickey to like, you know, lockpicking lawyer? Also, the fact that the Keyblade hasn't been cut in half by the lightsaber is a pretty good sign. I don't know. The fact that Yoda died of old age, I mean, like, that doesn't happen in Star Wars, you know? When you fight wars for 900 years and you die of old age, that says a lot about you.
Power I sense in you.
If you say so.
My first duel. This is not.
You could have
No.
fooled me.
Oh, the sass. Yeah, Yoda's really fast. I don't know if Mickey has anything for speed-wise.
Right back at you, pal.
Oh. Okay, bye. And also the fact that Mickey, like, has feats that are like on par with, like, Zeus and, you know, Hercules. He hit him with a stick. And it's gonna come right back to him. Wow, that was cool. He's whacking him with a stick. Don't tell me you're gonna do the...
To victory. This is not the force.
Wait, what are you gonna do?
I must trust.
Wait, he's just gonna drop the lightsaber and use the force, just straight up force? He's bringing meteors. The way that Mickey's able to do that is probably a good sign for Mickey. Maybe I'll get this one right. I hope I do. Wow, that thing gets split in half.
But it's time to end this tussle.
I'm sorry, Yoda just caught that. And now there's multiple Yodas. Well, this is an epic fight. The graphics of this one are just kind of like nuts. They really stepped it up for this season.
Power of the force. You have not.
I can try. All
Oh.
I need.
The little light. Oh, well. I think Mickey might have this one in bag.
There is no try.
Oh, Jesus. Can Mickey take this fight? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, apparently he can. Because he's going right through it all. Oh, he's using his biggest attack. Loud car outside. Yo.
What a shame.
Dude, they start...
Worry, do not. One with the force, I am.
Bonk.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
I got it right. 66 and 45. Let's go. They really started the season off nuts.
To the bitter end. I love it.
What a
The
fight.
Grand Master
They really
Yoda
stepped
was
it
one
up.
of the most powerful Jedi
I mean,
of
Broly
all
Hulk was
time,
nuts, but
the
this...
Force was ultimately no match for the light.
Let me know if you
Yoda's
agree or
gotta be
disagree. I
one of the
read every
best
comment.
sword fighters Mickey's ever faced, and definitely gave him a run for his money.
While Jedi have battled foes with near light speed reactions, a Keyblade Guardian like Mickey could move several times faster. In order for Roxas
Can he?
to travel across at least 4 star systems, he'd need to be moving almost
Okay, yeah.
170 million times faster than light.
They've also
That's
rubbed shoulders
a
with
lot of
guys like
digits.
Hercules and Zeus, who move
Gods.
whole stars. There are hundreds
Which
of
is,
celestial
you know,
bodies there. The energy needed to move
singularity,
that many is way more than what would be needed to move a black hole.
That's
And while Yoda
so
doesn't have
many
much of an
zeros.
obvious weakness himself, the problem is neither does King Mickey. At least nothing that Yoda could
Of
really
course.
take advantage of.
Even if
Can't
Yoda
kill
could
Mickey.
figure out that King Mickey had
I'm surprised this
a limited
hasn't been,
amount of
like,
magic energy
copyrighted
to
and
cast spells
destroyed.
with, there wasn't much Yoda could do before it would start to replenish.
And the Force isn't exactly limitless either. Too much strain has been proven to put a lot of stress on the body and even kill some Jedi in the past.
Really?
These two were certainly a match for
Didn't
each
know
other
that.
in many ways, but the King's superior speed, power, and magic meant he had the last laugh. Well, sort of.
Sorry, Yoda, but M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U are dead.
The winner.
What was that a reference to? Also, just post on Instagram, and I
Thank you
love
for
to see all the
watching.
support.
Stay tuned.
This
We'll
is
be
the start of the
jumping
season.
into the next matchup next week, but you can always
I don't
look
know-
for Death Battle right now by clicking one of those boxes right over there.
Aang
and by
versus
downloading
Captain
the battle
Planet. And
music
next one's
linked in the
Blake and
description.
Mikasa. I actually started, my whole reaction was... Who are you? I'm sorry, who are you? Maybe that's not the next one. Shadow versus Ryuku? I don't know who that is. What is she from? I don't know why she was left out of Death Battle. Maybe it's a series I'm planning on reacting to in the future. I'm actually going to start a new anime here very, very soon, which is going to be a poll in the community tab for that, but I also have an anime channel where I react to anime now. So that was a really cool Death Battle. The fight was spectacular. It reminds me of the Dante and Bayonetta fight, which is, I think, to this day, probably still my favorite fight, just because of the whole jump that it took in quality. I absolutely loved that fight, but oh my god, that was nuts. Is that what the rest of the season is going to be like? Because if so, they got a budget increase, obviously. But I really look forward to this. Current record is 66 and 45. I hope I made your day's time a little better. I will be live streaming today. I think I'll be playing Among Us at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, as long as nothing changes. I will be playing either Among Us or Halo Infinite multiplayer with the viewer. So definitely stop by on Twitch. Link down below in the description at 5 p.m. 30 minutes after this video goes live. But I hope you have a great, wonderful rest of the day. But until the next video, take care and cue the music.
playing an asshole.